Hello, hello everyone. Our next session now is with Miss Eman Herawy to talk about building bridges. Okay, Eman, over to you.
Thank you, Linda, for introducing me. And hello, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you all for coming today. I'm super excited to be with you and to share. Feeling so proud to share some of what I've learned so far in blockchain space. In this session, I will share the main pillars for building blockchain projects to make sure that you are going to build the successful project. Also, I will share the some tips and tricks, some techniques that you might need to consider if you want to build a blockchain project. So, first of all, I would let me introduce myself. Let me my name is Eman Herawy, or Eman Herawy Direct. I'm a blockchain mentor and knowledge reviewer at Udacity, DevCon Scholar alumni at the Ethereum Foundation, Tradeoffs University alumni, and I have a master's degree in Cloud Computing Network from Cairo University. I've been working as a blockchain full stack developer for 3 years now. And recently I founded SimSim, which provide instant consultation service for building blockchain projects through a chatbot. Also, I just founded Arabs in Blockchain, which focus on building blockchain community in MENA region. As I learned during my study in Tradeoffs University from this community, I started introducing myself by sharing a fun fact about me. So my fun fact, or one of the best thing I'm so proud of, is that I was selected as one of the top 10 scholars last year in Osaka in DevCon's program. So let's start. I love to start my talk with this quote. If all you know is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. So if all you know about blockchain is the cryptocurrency and the payment part, financial part, every blockchain network would look like Bitcoin. So this is a common mistake. Blockchain is not Bitcoin and Bitcoin is not blockchain. So what is blockchain and what is blockchain network and what is blockchain application? So I love to explain blockchain from 3 different angles. The first angle, blockchain is technology, and the second angle is the blockchain network, and the third one is the application. So blockchain is technology, and I will start from the bottom and go up because there is a dependency somehow. Blockchain is technology. It's a way to store data. It's a data structure. It's a special type of database. Where data cannot be changed. I won't touch technical, lots of technical terms here or technical points. I will make it like in between, and so regardless your background, you can get the point from me. In regular databases, you have tables with columns and rows. But in blockchain, we have the data is stored into block, and each block is stored is linked to its previous block through a link which is very secure and very hard to be broken. I don't want to touch any technical terms here to make it easy for you. But this link is very hard to be broken, so this makes the blockchain is secure by design and tamper resistance. Sorry. The second angle we have is blockchain network like Ethereum, Bitcoin, Hyperledger Fabric, Hyperledger Bezo, and many other blockchain network. This network is just using blockchain on its heart to store data, to provide the tamper resistance way, and each network, each one of these network imply or apply its own rules, its own protocols that we call it governance rules. that distinguish this network from the other networks. So we have some network which is public for anyone to join. Other network is permission network, which means that in order to join, you need to be approved in advance. But the common thing that all these networks share together is that all of them are trying to provide trust and provenance for being tamper-resistant network without relying on a third party. And the third angle here is application built on top of application blockchain network. So we have application built on top of application, blockchain networks. We call it DApp for decentralized application. This DApp inherits the rules, the advantages and disadvantages, everything from, and the power, of course, from the network where this DApp is operating on. And also, some network allow you to write your business logic, your business logic through smart contracts. So you can apply your business logic through a smart contract, and this contract cannot be changed thanks to blockchain. So now, what I want you to remember from the slide is we have blockchain network which use blockchain technology, and application that is built on top of blockchain network. During the past 5 years or more, we've seen an exponential rise of interest towards blockchain, and lots of projects have been built with promise to solve a real problem. But a study made by USAID on September 2020 looked at 43 blockchain projects and companies and showed that around 80 to 90% from these projects failed to deliver their promise. And in fact, I'm not sharing that to make you afraid or to raise your fears to avoid using blockchain. I just want to emphasize how much is very important to analyze your project wisely, to design it wisely, and do not apply blockchain if you don't need it, because applying blockchain increases the complexity of your project. So if you're just applying blockchain with no need, you are increasing the complexity of your project with no gain. So please, if you don't need blockchain, don't apply it, because it increases the complexity of your project. So what are the main pillars of a successful blockchain project? In my opinion, we have 4 pillars. The first pillar is your project scope, how to define your scope. The second pillar is the characteristics of the network. The third pillar is the tools which you are going to use. And these tools are variant based on the network you have selected. And the last one is the way you are planning to handle your user challenges. So for the scope, you need to ask yourself, or you need to define very carefully what you are trying to build. Are you trying to build a blockchain network? Sometimes you will hear a platform. It's the same. So here, it's in normal development. It's like you are building your own operating system, or you just want to build a project on top of an existing blockchain network. It's like you are building a software for a specific operating system, or you just need to integrate a feature or a service from a blockchain project into your project. So it's like you are building a specialized software. You need to define this carefully, and also you need to think whether your code base, your source code, will be open source or not. Also, you need to think, or you decide whether you will start from scratch or you will fork an existing code and start from it. The second the second pillar is the network characteristics. Each network has a list of characteristics or features, and you need to select the feature of the network based on your business needs, because it's every network and serve specific things. I've just selected three main of the feature or the characteristic you need to consider, and there is a lot, of course. The first one is the accessibility. Some network provide open, borderless way to access the network. Other blockchain network provide like restricted way to access the network, whether for specific people to access, to like limit their privilege and control the way they interact with the network. The second thing is the speed. Sorry. And I mean by speed is the transaction speed. How long it takes for a user to execute a transaction, to send a transaction, and this transaction is confirmed. This is a very critical point to consider, because it might affect your business very badly or very good. So some network provide a very fast transaction. Other network provide a slower transaction. The last point is privacy. If your business is very concerned about the privacy, some blockchain network provide privacy, other blockchain network doesn't provide any level of privacy. So you need to consider this point, because data on blockchain, especially public blockchain, is not hidden. It's transparent. Also, some of the main points to consider as the development status of the network. If the network if platform of this network is mature, how much is this network is mature? Is it released in production or mainnet or not? How much how much it's very active in development or not? This is very important to consider. Also, you need to check the reputation of the network and the team behind, whether the team is very expert or not, naive. The community size is very important, because the community this is where you get support when you get stuck, and this is an indicator that lets you know how much this network is popular. Also, not all blockchains support smart contracts. So if your business depends on smart contract functionality, you need to consider or filter your search criteria based on the type of network that supports smart contracts. One of the main points I've seen lots of clients, when we just say that this is for business, they just say, okay, I will go to build my own network. But these things you need to consider if you want to build your network or you want to use a public blockchain network. The first thing, when you go to use public blockchain network like Ethereum or whatever, user pays for his transaction. Yes, there is some projects that let you pay for the user, or third parties that will pay for your user and they will get the money back. But at the end, you don't have to worry about the infrastructure. You don't have to pay for the cloud resources. While when you build your network, you will pay for the cloud resources you will use, because you need to build the network and have multiple nodes up and running with specific computational power. You need to pay for this until you get your user and they pay for the service. Also, with public network, you can start small, because You don't have to pay for resources, or you pay for the development team who will build the network for you. It's up and running for you with no cost. While when you build your business network, you start big because you have to set your budget to pay for the resources you will use and the dev team that will build this network. The public network is more secure, while when you build your own business network, it's less secure, because the bigger the network, the more secure it is. So in order to guarantee or to increase the level of security in your network, you need to add extra nodes in this network, and this means you will adding extra cost. While in public network, it's for free. The third pillar we have the tools. As I've mentioned, these tools are variant based on the network, but you need to consider three main things or categories. You can say that. What are the tools that will let your user to connect to blockchain, and the tools that will let your user to send transaction, sign transaction, and how you are planning to manage the user keys and their wallet, whether you will do it for them or they will do it. And you need to focus on or select the tool which provides the best user experience, because these tools so close to the user, and you don't want to make your user go away. You need them to bring them more, to bring more user, to onboard them, to onboard more user to your platform. And the fourth pillar we have is the way you handle user challenges. Blockchain users have more challenges, or different challenges than the regular users. We have regulation challenges. Crypto, for example, is not regulated in all the countries. So if you are building a crypto-based project and you are targeting user in a country which ban crypto rather than users in a country that accept and support crypto, you will have more challenges and problems, of course. The second challenge is onboarding challenges. You need to use your user who are not blockchain user. You need to educate them how they will interact with their keys, how they will handle their keys, how they will send transaction, how they will keep the keys or wallet secure. They need to understand many things. And even if you are building a project which require your user to have a cryptocurrency, you need to educate them or to consider the way they will get this crypto and the way they will spend it, and how they will exchange this crypto with faith or service. Lots of challenges regarding onboarding challenges that face the blockchain project in general, not only specific kind of ledger. And what I want to say, I'm about to finish my talk. In blockchain, everything about it is about trade-offs. So you need to choose your trade-off. What works for me doesn't work for you. If you go with the building your blockchain project to have more privacy, you will have extra cost and less security and less decentralization. While if you go with public blockchain network, you will face challenge regarding privacy, scalability. It's all about trade-offs, and you are the one who select the best option for you based on your business needs. So if you have an idea and want to validate, if you are confused which is the best network to use, if you want to know the best tool to consider, I do encourage all of you to check simpson.xyz/chat and ask the bot. The bot will ask you some question, and based on your answer, the bot will suggest the best tool to consider. And I will end my talk with this quote as well. The best blockchain project will be the ones that create new solutions that weren't possible before blockchain. So the best blockchain project apply blockchain where there is no way or this is the best way you can solve this problem. At the end, I would love to thank you all and send my special thanks for some of my friends who helped me by giving me their feedback about the talk and the idea of the talk. Andy Todd Hoop from Status IM, my DEF CON Scholar friends, Sawa, Mr. Rami Damoti, and Hassan Imam from the Egyptian community. And if you have any questions, this is my, let me present again. This is my contact. I want to check the chat and questions. Okay.
There are, I think, some questions from Roxana.
Okay, let me see. Do you think P value is still relevant if should be highly in? What do you mean by relevant? Do you mean like Ethereum now is going to ETH2, which is based on POS, proof of stake, but Bitcoin is not going to. So it's like a debate in the community now, and it's decentralized and no one controls the network. So if for example in Ethereum, which is going to ETH2 now, if the majority of the community doesn't want to go to ETH2, the first version of Ethereum will still exist. If you, in your view, taking a blockchain developer's perspective, what are the top barriers challenging for regulation and or onboarding? Okay, for regulation, crypto accessing. Nothing will. I'm living in a country which bans crypto. Okay, there is no problem with me to create any blockchain project, and there are lots of projects based on blockchain here in Egypt. But to exchange crypto, to use crypto, it's very, very challenging, and you might go to jail. But for onboarding, you need to consider some tools. For example, one of the tools that will help you onboard lots of users, considering using a gasless, which is called meta transaction. This will let me, as a new user to blockchain, to use a blockchain without having to buy Ether in advance. I have a talk a couple of weeks I was participating in Truffle conference where I shared the 10 common mistakes in developing blockchain projects, and I suggest some tools for onboarding challenges in this talk. They will release the records, I think, this week, and I would love to hear your feedback about it if you want to get more technical details from technical perspective. Eman, thank you so much. A very well-structured talk. Thank you so much. Beautifully explained. In your opinion, what are the top, let's say, 3 characteristics that are most important to develop a developer when choosing a network, e.g. Ethereum, Hyperledger, Fabric? The first of all, the first question I ask any client come to me and say he wants to build his project, the privacy. Are you caring about your privacy? The transaction throughput, because if he needs like a scalable network, or not scalable, a fast network, if he doesn't care about privacy and he wants something fast, I will suggest using some network like such a network, or like Ethereum, like or some network which is like Ethereum blockchain, but without the challenge with the transaction throughput in Ethereum. So it's privacy, transaction throughput, and last thing is that how much, how big is the community and the tools, how much it's mature, the network. I want to check. Let me make it.
Eman, there is a question from Eman. She said that, do you think it is important to regulate the use of blockchain in financial services? Eman, we cannot hear you.
Now?
Okay, it's good now. Yes,
okay.
Sorry.
Yes, for regulation, yes. Especially if it's not, if it's a problem with, if you are dealing with money, yes.
Okay, thank you. My
pleasure. Is there any question I missed? What's your opinion about Halochain? I have no idea. I haven't checked it yet, to be honest. Thank you for the answer. Thank you, Ahmed. Thank you. Thank you so much for it. Thank you. Do you think blockchain application in Arab world? I'm sorry, I couldn't get your idea about the blockchain application Arab world. Do you think? Okay, this is answered. Is there any question?
I think we still have like 4 minutes if you want to receive more questions.
Yeah, let me check the chat as well. I haven't checked it. Oh, thank you, Mr. Ahmed. I do encourage you to leave your feedback and to ask questions and reach me out. I will leave my contact here as well if you are interested in reaching me out. Okay.
Yes, it's another a gentle reminder for the attendees to complete the conference feedback. I put the link in the feed and the Q&A. I think there is maybe another question. Okay.
I'm sorry. There is
a question from.
Yeah. Check my profile. We will see all my contact if you want to reach me out. What's the question? Sorry, and Linda.
Yes, please. We need to know how we create private blockchain. Technical requirements. We need to build application using. Do we need to build applications using blockchain?
It's on chat or where?
It's in the feed.
Please, we do know.
It's by Amir Ibrahim.
Yes. How to? It's. I will share with you. Just reach me out. I will share with you some links that will help you select a tutorial to build a private blockchain. And when we build private blockchain, we just build this for development. And if you just want to like build your private blockchain or consortium blockchain or so, lots of tools are there. You can go to blockchain as a service at AWS, Azure, Alibaba, or any cloud platforms that provides. Or you can do it by yourself, but it requires like a deep understanding of the blockchain you are building. Technical requirements, we need to build, reach me out. I will send to you, I will share with you some links that will help you. It's hard to make it now. Is there any?
He said, should I use cloud?
To be honest with you, yes, because it's very hard. If you compared cloud with on-prem. If you compare the cloud computing network, if you want to build your private blockchain network or your consortium blockchain network, and it's more cheaper for you. It's cheaper for you to use the cloud than buying the servers and handle all these stuffs. It's very hard. The cloud is more cost effective than traditional forms or on-prem data centers.
I think maybe I'm getting more questions.
Yeah, can we use private block? Yes, you can use it definitely. I'm just saying cloud because it's more easy for you and it doesn't require lots of prerequisites. In my case, the customer needs the data located. Yes, definitely you can do it. No problem. Because as long as he can secure the infrastructure or the resources, compute resources, it's okay. It's like you are hosting your website on his local data center or using the cloud.
Okay, Eman, thank you very much. It was
My pleasure. Thank you.
session. Thank you. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Have
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Good luck.